We all good now. All right. What's good, folks? It's your boy Will Collins checking in once again with yet another video. Now, I know I've kind of been MIA since about December-ish, and it's honestly for a good reason. I was recently afforded the great opportunity to have a quick little 2-3 months fellowship with the great people at NOMA. For those of you who might not know who NOMA is, they are the National Organization of Minority Architects, and their basic sole purpose and mission is to kind of improve upon the crazy statistic that only 2% of black architects make up the entire profession. And luckily, one of my professors, deans, and just all around great guys at Florida A&M was able to hook me up with a actual fellowship itself, and he goes by the name of Andrew Chen. I was able to get the fellowship and actually hook up with the great people at ZGF, and luckily, like, throughout the entirety of the fellowship, I was able to kind of do my own thesis. And although I'm not in a master's program, being able to kind of go through this process of coming up with your own research and an actual presentation, even though it wasn't kind of architectural, it was just a research presentation. Being able to come up with that and kind of get my thoughts in order as far as how I can kind of influence the profession myself, it kind of helped me renew the spark that was my architectural love, in all honesty. And luckily, because it was a virtual fellowship, I was able to actually stay at home, do it all in the presence of my own living room, and actually be able to kind of divvy out the hours throughout my day and what I did based on what schedule I wanted. And luckily, throughout that, I was able to, work out, look at Netflix, Hulu, binge watch all my favorite things, and just kind of plan out my life. Being able to have that time while I was still doing it, being able to focus on both at the same time, gave me better confidence and just faith that I would be good. Throughout my fellowship, I was able to explore the topics of community development and urban design, as well as social justice and public policy. Figuring out how I can kind of influence that space and just that topic and aspect of the architectural profession gave me a good sense as to what I want to do and how I want to navigate throughout this time in my life. If you want to, I'll have actually in the link below a quick video of my actual presentation. After showing this to ZGF and hearing their rave of reviews, I was given a new confidence about myself that I didn't have previously, because throughout my time in school, like I said, I didn't have absolutely no real world experience as far as internships or shadowing opportunities, because I just really can't tell you why. I just don't know. And although my faith in how I could kind of navigate through the architecture world kind of dwindled, I was still on a mission to just self-improvement in general. And that's kind of exactly why I started this channel. I wanted to kind of put myself in the mode of just hankering down and focusing on kind of one sole mission that would kind of guide every step in my life. Throughout that, I would basically be able to just live comfortably, in all honesty, because as long as you're kind of improving yourself and looking to improve others and help others, I feel as though you'll be set for life. And that's just kind of common sense. I don't know. It's kind of the same way that people look at teachers, because as long as you're able to kind of teach something and provide a service or provide improvement or education, stuff like that, that can help somebody improve themselves, that's honestly an invaluable skill and service that everybody wants and can sell. And although in a way it is out of the ordinary, I was actually able to use my spare time to kind of use Netflix and Hulu to kind of learn from, in a sense. Through binge watching things like Amends, Snowfall, and watching the Operation Varsity Blues. On one hand, I was able to learn about how the 14th Amendment actually played a role in kind of almost everything that happens in the country as far as social justice and politics is concerned. As long as the 14th Amendment is here, something is going to be conflict in some way, shape, or form. On another hand, you can see how the powers that be have practices and just methods throughout any and everything throughout the country. And seeing how far white privilege goes, it's just kind of eye-opening just to see how much work we have to do as far as being equal or in the same space as, you know, those certain people. And although Snowfall is fictional, seeing how like the Ronald Reagan era and just systematic oppression was that rampant and that serious to honestly presidents now and just throughout history, that's also been just another eye-opening method of me learning in a creative way. And yes, I realize that actually reading a book isn't as much of a accomplishment as I should make it seem. Being able to actually just sit down and have myself choose to actually read a book has never been something that I wanted to do all throughout high school and college. I always kind of learned a specific way and was able to kind of guide and glide my way through school without honestly retaining much of the information that I was taught. And actually, after a quick self-assessment during about like my junior year, I was able to figure out exactly kind of what that block was and what was stopping me. And in all reality, it was kind of just like the pressures of architecture school. Even though that wasn't the reason in high school, that was kind of the reason then. Luckily, like I said, having this fellowship was able to basically renew that spark in me to continue to kind of fight for my position in the architectural profession. Hopefully, I will have some good news in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, that'll be the end of this video. Please be sure to just like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and if you're really a supporter, hit those post notifications just to be in constant contact to know when I'm dropping another video. Yeah, other than that, follow me on my socials. They'll be in the description below. Everything will be in the description below. But yeah. Until next time, peace.